Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to 10 ship collisions caught on camera. I just don't get how, you're operating a massive ship, a massive shipping, vessel. Like, these things don't move very fast. Like, these things move super slow because obviously, to put the brakes on something that heavy, it's going to take a lot of just energy. So they move really slowly. So you've got plenty of time to move out of the way of obstacles, of other ships. I think they use radar to see where each other are in the bodies of water that they're in. So like, I just don't know how these things happen, but I guess, accidents can happen.
From a cargo ship in China that crashed clean into a busy bridge and a speeding boat on the Columbia River that forced these anglers overboard to a cruise ship in Venice that crashed into a smaller boat full of passengers and a whale-watching yacht in San Diego that nearly took out this little old lady. Here are 10 ridiculous ship collisions caught on camera.
I mean, like, you can see it right in front of you. Can't you just, like, steer it the other way?
If you travel west of Seattle, you'll come across several large islands as you make your way toward the Pacific Ocean. One of those islands is called Vashon Island, home to about 10,000 people living on roughly 37 square miles of land. Many locals rely on small charter boats and large ferries to get to and from the city. On December 5th of 2016, passengers aboard the Washington State Ferry looked off the starboard bow to see a small boat heading right for them. The ferry operator pulled the horn relentlessly, but the clueless captain never moved. Let's see who wins this expedition fight.
Oh man, how can you not see? How can you not see? What is this guy doing?
Oh my god, oh my god.
Oh man, he's definitely making impact. I mean, the captain, whoever's captaining that little boat, the smaller boat, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. Where were you?
What the
Where were you?
Is there anyone
I mean, come on, how did you not see that gigantic,
Are you okay?
cruise liner? Where is he? Oh, there he is. There he is. Damn.
Holy
Hope there wasn't too much
Luckily,
damage.
the smaller
It didn't look like there was
boat
that much
bounced off the ferry and kept going. It doesn't look like there was any serious damage, at least not enough to sink the ship. To add insult to injury, the name of the private boat was Nap Time. You can see it printed on the back when it passes the ferry.
Was he
Our
having a
captain
nap?
spells the word time with a Y instead of an I. According to a spokesperson for the ferry, the person piloting Nap Time was below deck when the boats collided. If we had to guess, they were probably napping. The shock was enough to wake them up. You can see someone emerge from below deck moments later.
Fair enough, I guess. But should you be on that boat alone? Especially if you're going to be taking
Clear
naps?
Lake is an affluent area in southern Houston, Texas. It's home to Space Center Houston. You know, the place where astronauts call to say, we have a problem? Well, there was a major problem on May 11th of 2020. It just wasn't occurring in space. It was actually on the waters of Clear Lake, a large body of water that's home to a ton of recreational boats and marinas. The skipper emergency towboat fell overboard. Unfortunately, he didn't have his kill switch lanyard attached. His boat spun out of control while nervous bystanders recorded the whole thing.
Oh no.
I can't believe, especially a boat like that, he wasn't wearing the biscuit. Yeah.
Alright, he's gonna get they're trying to get to it. They're the same company.
Oh
He's
man. It's definitely going to hit these little barrier things right there.
I think that he needs new. Getting close again.
I'm surprised I know it's shallow over there.
Well, that's where he almost flipped over long way.
I mean, they've just got to hope that the boat runs out of fuel, I guess, before... here we go. Here we go. Bang!
Oh my god.
It's still going.
Oh my god.
It's still going. Fuck.
So dangerous. Oh my gosh, I hope that guy's okay. I hope no kids are out there.
That boat would go on to crash through another dock and land in someone's backyard. They heard what sounded like a bomb outside, only to find a towboat sputtering near their door. Thankfully, nobody was on the boat when it crashed. The captain was pulled from the water and rescued by another emergency towboat. Now, kill switches are lanyards that connect the captain to the boat's engine. If the captain falls off, the kill switch disconnects and turns the engine off. Without it, the boat will keep going until it runs out of gas or, more likely, crashes.
Yep. That's what I was hoping for. Like, it would run out of fuel. It's probably got enough fuel for a couple of
Hurricane
hours at
Ian
least.
left Fort Myers, Florida in
remember
shambles.
this
The
last
Category
year.
5 Atlantic hurricane caused nearly $113 billion worth of damage. Thankfully, some
113
kind-hearted
billion.
Floridians were willing to use their boats to help clean up.
Jesus.
Brandon is one of those kind-hearted folks. He brought his barge down to Fort Myers to help with the aftermath. Unfortunately, he was the one who needed helping. A much larger barge appeared on the horizon, and it was coming right toward him.
What the fuck? No way! It's actually about to happen. Yo, hold on, boys. Oh my god.
He's definitely gonna.
Oh my god.
I'm struck!
And it's so much bigger.
Yo!
They can't hear you, bro. They can't
Yo!
Hey, unstrap these, unstrap.
Hey! How are we gonna get that chain off? That shot just broke.
hear you.
Yo!
Oh.
Yo! Dude, that's... Call Ethan right fucking now.
Maybe we should find better ways to move these giant barges other than tugboats pushing them. It seems pretty hard to control something that big, especially when you can't see anything in front of you. Thankfully,
Yeah.
Brandon and his buddies undid all the straps and released their barge before anybody got hurt. The extent of the damage is unclear, but thanks to this video, we imagine he's got a solid insurance claim.
I mean, the guy in the tugboat's just trying to help, but you know.
The port of Kaohsiung is the largest harbor in Taiwan. It is a critical transit point for ocean trade between Asia, Europe, and the Americas. With over 300 routes spreading across 5 continents, it is among the busiest marine ports in the world. That means accidents are bound to happen. On November 3rd of 2018, a 3-ship collision plunged the port of Kaohsiung into chaos. It began when a chemical tanker, Deryun, collided with another ship while moving between berths. Unfortunately, that other ship was an oil tanker named Kaohsiung.
Oh,
CCTV
no.
cameras were
Flammable
rolling
liquid.
aboard the Deryun when Kaohsiung appeared off the port flank.
Or did it not
The nose
explode?
of Kaohsiung smashes through the side walls and scrapes across the side of the ship. Once Deryun made it back to port,
Oh,
people
it's
on the
leaking.
ground recorded the damage.
Is it leaking? What is that? Is that oil? It doesn't look like oil. Like, where was that water coming from? Or that clear liquid?
According to Deryun's owners, there were no oil spills or anything to worry about. The ship
nice.
did suffer some hull damage, though. You can see ballast water spilling out the port side.
Ballast
Looking back at the
water.
CCTV
I
footage,
see.
you can see how this could have been much worse. Had Kaohsiung been shorter, the bow could have gored the side of Deryun. Luckily, it only destroyed the railing and caused minor damage to the hull. Now, what you don't see in this clip is the moment that Kaohsiung tries to move away and strikes another vessel, a Japanese cargo ship called Setsumaru. Now, thankfully, the
take
damage was
everybody out.
minimal, and Setsumaru could continue its route to Okinawa.
Jeez. You know that cost a pretty penny to repair.
Changsha, China is the 17th largest city in the country by population. It's home to just over 10 million people and sits atop the Xiang River. The river, which runs north to south, split
You know a country has a big population when its 13th biggest city has over 10 million people.
the city in half. Locals
cool
have to rely
skyline as
on
well.
boats and bridges to get from one side to the other. On July 23rd of 2021, one of those bridges nearly collapsed when a cargo ship crashed into one of the support pillars.
Just go, you want to steer like that way.
Imagine driving across the bridge, having no idea that it could collapse at any moment. It's unclear how the ship hit the bridge or why it was sailing at an angle. Safety crews rushed to the scene to ensure the bridge remained stable. Somehow, the impact didn't cause any damage, at least not enough to raise concern. Traffic kept moving, and we assume some minor repairs were made. As for the captain, well, hopefully he'll keep things straight next time.
I mean, if there's strong wind, I guess that can probably push a boat in a
Venice
different
is an
direction,
island
isn't it?
city in northwestern Italy. It consists of 126 tiny islands, all sitting in the shallow waters of the Venetian lagoon. Venice is among the most popular tourist destinations in the world. People love it for its picturesque views and winding canals. As you can imagine, boats are a major part of everyday life. Sometimes, those boats get a little too big. On June 2nd of 2019, a 3-deck cruise ship called the MSC Opera arrived in the waters of Venice. It was supposed to dock at one of the VTP cruise terminals, but something went horribly wrong. The ship experienced a catastrophic engine failure and was unable to stop. Let's put it this way, the tiny tourist boat in its way never stood a chance.
Oh no. Oh, listen to the crunch. Oh man. But don't they have like a radar where they can see other dots, which are like the other, you know, ships in the water? Or is it pure eyesight? Like, is it literally just visual? That's all they've got to go by. Oh, there's smoke coming.
The smoke
Not
you
good.
see is coming from the small tourist boat moored at the pier. According to one of the sailors, everyone on board panicked when they saw the ship coming. Luckily, they had enough time to get off and run to safety. Now, cruise ships like this have become a problem for the people of Venice. They're way too big for the small Italian city. They block the natural views and create waves so big that they risk damaging the city's infrastructure.
But money, you know, whenever there's money to be made, someone's going to try and take that
The
risk.
Adventure Hornblower is a 150-foot mega yacht that offers daytime whale watching tours to the people of San Diego. At night, it features 3 bars, a state-of-the-art sound system, and a dance floor. On April 1st of 2016, the Hornblower was approaching the dock when something went horribly wrong. Spectators on the wharf could tell this mega yacht was about to crash.
Not good. Oh my god.
Eh, moi, regarde-moi pas avec des fous comme ça. Les vents peuvent voir directement.
Big damage. Big damage.
Now don't worry, Grandma hobbled to safety before the boat hit the seawall. According to the fire department, the yacht's propulsion system malfunctioned. Apparently, the throttle got stuck in the forward position. That'd be like your gas pedal getting stuck when it's pushed all the way down. The only way that boat was stopping was by crashing into something. Now, the impact caused significant damage to the boat's hull and buckled part of the brick walkway. Of the 144 people on board, only 7 sustained minor injuries. 3 had to be taken to the hospital after hitting their heads. Thankfully, everyone made a full recovery.
Because, yeah, you know, coming to a sudden stop in something like that big, it's going to like...
The Biak Archipelago is a cluster of islands off the north coast of Papua Indonesia. It's home to about 122,000 people and is known for its reefs, corals, and atolls. During World War II, the Japanese Army used the main island of Biak as a strategic airfield and a base of operations. Now, many of the locals rely on ferries to get between the different islands. Some are larger than others, so they require skillful captains and attentive crews to sail. On April 22nd of 2022, one of those large ferries, the Sinabung, grossly overestimated its speed while coming into port.
Okay, at least it was slow enough that the collision wasn't too, like, you know... actually, here we go. I spoke too soon. All of that crunching just sounds expensive. I'm just thinking, money, money. Not good.
The Sinabung may have been too big for its own good. There's a chance the captain never saw the smaller boat. You'd think someone would have warned them, but maybe they assumed the captain knew what he was doing. That said, the captain would be positioned high enough to see everything over the bow. Either he wasn't paying attention, or something went wrong with the ship. Luckily, nobody was on the smaller boat when the Sinabung crashed into it. The crash left an 8.5-foot dent in the side of the ship. The Sinabung was built in 1997 and has a carrying capacity of nearly 15,000 gross tons. It's over 480 feet long and about 78 feet wide. It's not the kind of ship you'd want to crash into.
Hopefully nobody got fired.
Tuapse, Russia is a seaport town on the northwestern coast of the Black Sea. It's the northern portion of a larger resort area extending south towards Sochi. It's a key transport hub on the Black Sea and is also home to one of the largest oil terminals in the area. On December 20th of 2020, a ship called the Isartal needed a tug into port. The tugboat must have tugged a little too hard. As the Isartal tried to berth, they wound up floating right toward another ship.
Halatlara bakacağız, halatlara. Sen git halatlara bak, halatlara. Halatlara bak, halatlara. Git baş tarafa koş. Halat koptu. Başa koş, başa.
It's how the
If we had to
pitch of his voice
guess,
just
our
escalated.
cameraman is telling his fellow crew members to get off the ship before the situation gets any worse. Back at the crash site, you can see the massive dent left on the ship's side. It also looks like the Isartal suffered some damage to its bow. It seemed like everybody was okay, and the Isartal was able to get themselves docked. Some commenters on Reddit wondered if these ships should bother repairing the damage. It would be cooler and much cheaper to wear them like battle scars.
Yeah, but I mean, if the damage grows into a massive hole, ends up sinking the ship one day.
Astoria is a port city in northwestern Oregon. You probably know it as the setting for 1985's The Goonies. It's home to about 10,000 people and 3 local anglers who had to abandon ship. It was January 16th of 2018. Our anglers were fishing on the Columbia River when they saw a much bigger boat speeding toward them. They tried to signal the captain to stop, but he was going way too fast.
Hey! Oh my God!
Oh, Mike, he's coming in hot. Jesus.
Hey! 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 Oh my God!
He was coming in so fast.
The captain was allegedly sitting down and never saw the smaller boat over his bow.
Why were you going
if they
so
didn't
quick,
jump
dude?
overboard, our anglers could have been seriously injured, or worse. The smaller boat's owner sued the offending captain for over $300,000. The captain also pleaded not guilty to several criminal charges, including 4th-degree assault and reckless endangerment. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it...
Wow, that last one was intense. That definitely raised the level of anxiety there. Like, he was going so quick. I mean, to be moving that quickly and not be looking around, like to be seeing if it's clear, like, is just, that is reckless endangerment at least. I wouldn't be surprised if the guy settled out of court with those people on the smaller vessel, because, I mean, I'm sorry, he was going real fast. just crazy. Like, I'm sure people were fired in this video because I think, you know, the guy who was asleep, like, so you've set your boat to, I guess, autopilot, and you're deciding to take a nap. You know, I just think you should have someone else just to keep an eye on things. If you plan on doing that, like, unless you're gonna, you know, just stay stationary. Like, if your engine is running, if the engine of the boat is running, I just don't think if you're a solo traveler on a boat, you should be sleeping. I think, but then again, I don't know the rules of boating. Maybe there's some kind of convention that allows for that sort of thing. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.